I have a secret tape, and I know what's on it.
Oh, we don't, and we're so curious.
I'm dying
You and
to know.
Allison are in cahoots, aren't you? Aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
So something important, I'm thinking, is on that tape, and hopefully we'll know soon. And now we know there's an eye that belongs to the possible destroyer of the world.
Yes.
And
Yes,
that
and
person
Luther probably tried to take him down.
Yep,
Yeah,
would had the
so-
eye in his hand, right? Like Five took it
yes.
out of his hand. So that wasn't even made yet in our present time. So that person did not lose the eye yet.
No, that's scary.
Right.
Yeah,
So
Or it could have been a random other victim.
that's true.
And
I mean,
was
he had the
trying to
eye
save
of it.
him.
I'm trying to save you all. Who knows? So weird things happen. So who the heck knows? So welcome back, guys. Storm here.
Mom here. Hi.
Kimmy here.
As you know, we're going to be watching Umbrella Academy today. We're on episode 3. This one's called Extraordinary.
Oh.
I
Who's
don't believe it.
extraordinary?
Not on this show.
Immediately, I think Vanya. Just to let
She
you
is.
know,
Yes,
you're
yes.
always reminded that you're nothing to us, that you're just not special. I like how they use words that make you
jeez,
feel
yeah.
worse about yourself.
Yeah,
So you're just
dig that dagger in a little
extraordinary.
bit deeper.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
And with talking about that and then special people, and here, like, you have, like, so far beyond special. I mean, we have all kinds of stuff now where, I mean, I love Pogo. He's awesome. We have a
Yes.
robot mom and these superhuman children that are mysterious just on their own. I mean, they're very different with their powers.
That's right.
Their moms were
How
pregnant
they were
for a
born.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, how were they born? Why were they born? And then we have these two crazy agents now that know Five as an older gentleman. So how do they even know that? Like, are they from the future? Because that's the only thing I could think of, unless he bounced a few times and ended up in the present as an old man, but then got the equation wrong this time and turned back to a kid. I don't know. So I'm curious on what's going on with these agents that are lethal. No mercy.
Right.
Yes,
They had no
no,
problem
no.
torturing people and leaving them to rot.
Oh yeah,
No
that
problem.
poor guy. All he wanted was an eclair. He just was in the right
That was
place
so
at the wrong
sad.
time.
I
Yes,
know.
oh
Makes
my
you feel
God.
so bad. And they wear creepy freaking animal masks going into stores shooting up children.
Yeah,
No
that
problem.
was insane.
So they're very
wow.
scary. They're not extraordinary. So shall we get into this episode?
Yes,
let's
we'd
do it.
love to.
Man, and guys, if you want to see our full reactions, please check out our Patreon. If you're watching on Patreon, we bow to you because you guys really
Thank
keep us
you.
going. Love you guys
Yes.
so much. All right, 103.
Oh, 5 years ago.
Well, I've been comic books, yeah.
Oh, when she's starting to write her book.
Oh, so I get to find out about that. Okay. Ah, see, Extraordinary. That was her book title.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he's punching her face in the book.
Everyone's gonna stop and stare.
Play it again.
Oh, that's what's
We've
on the
watched it over and over, Luther. It's the same every time. She's not capable of... Is she?
She programmed it. He programmed her to do it.
There's always
Actually,
twists.
It was
That's right.
a suicide.
Did you go and see him?
I don't recall.
I don't recall.
Oh,
So maybe someone erased her memory.
yeah.
You kids kept me oh so busy, and then
Ooh, glitch.
eggs are ready.
Can't.
That's creepy.
Yeah, she
Oh, that's
can't
good, yeah.
say anything.
Coming from the guy dressed in spandex.
It's not spandex, it's leather. He used to like it a lot, if I recall.
God, please, I'll remember
I still can't get over the fact that you two.
that. Not another word, Beeman. Not another word.
No.
You were great today. Really, really great. At a certain point, it's not about practice. It's whether you've got something special. And maybe you just don't.
Harsh reality.
How many times does she hear this?
I know. And what are the meds for?
Probably depression.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I got more theories.
Ooh,
Ow.
Uh-huh. Oh.
your next mission.
In the pipe.
Yeah.
In the bathroom.
Oh, my God.
Ooh,
Ooh.
What's up with everyone's
Oh,
arms?
yeah.
like a slice.
Oof.
I'd ask what you're up to, Klaus, but then it occurred to me.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Hey. Just
Brotherly time together.
Oh.
I love you, even if you can't love yourself.
He's so
Oh,
theatrical.
look at him.
Yes, it's about the eye thing. This is the place it was made.
It's like so sweet and sad. It's like a mix of emotions there because I can't
Yeah.
imagine. Yeah.
Things got ugly between Patrick and me. Now the court says I have to do this mandatory therapy thing before I can have visitation.
what for?
Any parent with my power would do the same. That it wasn't wrong.
You still looking for Mr. Puddles?
Huh. Coincidence? Are you stalking me?
Rehearsals in the neighborhood, so I thought these are
That
beautiful.
looks like a fun place.
Yeah, I love antiques.
But I do play around with other things.
Really? Look at that fish.
You made all these?
When I was a kid, ballerina is kind of my best. Or maybe the duck, or the other duck, or the other duck.
It's amazing.
Is that
Wow, that's pretty.
So I might have
Tiny too.
stayed
Look at all the
up
detail.
last night making this.
Really? Made it of her?
Would you want to have dinner with me tonight?
I'd like that.
Yeah.
Allison?
Oh, perfect timing.
Hey, I was sort of the fifth Beatle of the family.
I really did like the Beatles. More of a Stones guy myself.
Good response.
Nice.
I'm not good at this whole sister thing.
I hadn't noticed.
Ouch. Tell me how you really feel.
Maybe I will.
Yeah, see? She'll open up more.
Oh my goodness, he can't get me so big.
Open the back doors and come in.
Sorry about that.
Did I ever tell you guys about the time I waxed my ass with chocolate pudding? It was so painful.
Fine!
I'm gonna drive off.
The door. Can I have some money?
Yeah.
You wouldn't understand.
Oh, God. Oh, he's gonna go back to them? Okay.
I let him rise for about half an hour
He's not
before I
gonna do
fry
anything,
him up.
is he?
That's what makes him so light and fluffy.
I still want a donut.
Is there anything that you might be able to tell us about the night that this place got shut up?
Boy, I hope not.
It's a dangerous world out there. Wouldn't want anything bad to happen to them.
Are you with the police? I wouldn't know anything about that.
She's gonna get violent.
I don't
Although come to think of
trust
it, there was
this.
one thing. He had a tattoo.
She's good.
Look closer. Dad has his monocle. Mom stands up. Monocle's gone.
Yeah.
You've had the monocle this whole time? What the hell, Diego?
Give it to me.
I threw it away.
You what?
Oh, calm down.
Right away.
We need to turn her off.
Oh, whoa, wait. She's not just a vacuum cleaner you can throw in a closet. She feels things. I've seen
She
it.
just stood there, Diego.
Get out of the van, Klaus. Well, welcome back to the van.
What van?
What's it gonna be, Klaus?
I'm with Diego because screw you.
How long have you been here?
You all seem upset. I'll make cookies.
And he programmed her to be a mom, to be our mom. Sometimes when I look at her, I just see him.
How often does she take this? Flashback.
Coming through! Come on, Luther!
Where's my knives?
What a childhood.
Is there money?
Sounds class.
As a kid.
Just picture the word in your mind.
Don't move.
You did it! I'm so proud of you.
Oh, does he have a speech impediment? Like... That's what I was thinking too. Yeah, that's scary. Oh, he's gonna put that on. He's not gonna even see them coming or hear them coming.
Oh boy.
They walked right by. Didn't even notice.
Oh my goodness.
I missed the moon. Okay. This is so crazy. It's a big mansion, but still, like, they're all there, right?
Yeah, they got in very quickly.
Uh-oh. Right away. They have that. Crap. Here we go. Ooh. Holy crap.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, and she's not even aware?
Okay, no.
Aha.
Yeah, good. Luther.
Who the hell are these guys?
Really? Oh, no. That's perfect. Oh, Vanya. Is that Vanya?
Hey, asshole.
Oh my god, he has no idea.
Oh my god, look. He's oblivious.
Totally.
Oh, right around the corner.
Ooh. Oh my goodness.
Stay down.
Break his back.
Yeah, step on him. Oops. Oh.
Wow. Whoa. Whoa.
On this. Whoa.
You're fine. You're good.
You're with family.
Yeah. Oh, he's actually running away from it.
Yeah.
Running to his room.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, she's sewing herself. Ew.
Oh, gross.
Oh, is he cutting her?
My, oh, he's doing
Oh, maybe it's a switch. Oh, so
yeah.
Maybe he's gonna turn her off.
It's gonna be okay.
Oh, so he gets nervous. It goes back to that. Look, his body's so different from the rest of him. So it's like he's slowly transforming fully into this thing. He likes those donuts now.
Yes, and they're vibrating then.
What a nice total loss.
It's a nice one.
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
Total loss. What did they grab? Oh, they did get him!
Oh, they got close.
Oh my god, I totally forgot about him! I was worried about him the most! And then it's like, nope.
Did get him. Wow.
Man. I like Klaus.
If anyone could talk his way out of anything, it's him.
Yeah, he's so messed up, but can you blame him though? Like with his power to connect with the dead. I wonder if he can use that to his benefit though, because even with him as a kid as the Umbrella team, like what could he do? I don't know, because we saw them all in action using their powers, but what can he do by talking to the dead in order to fight crime?
That's right.
Yeah, maybe Ben can help him in some way.
Maybe ghosts can have physical forms to a certain extent, so maybe he can become a monster or octopus.
Something.
He has tape over his mouth now.
Yeah. I don't know, but maybe he can, I don't know, maybe he can blink a lot and be like, do something, help me, or they could just be like, oh crap, he needs help, or maybe they can possess someone else.
Or they're going to swap him. They're going to want to swap him for 5.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, but I'm thinking what Klaus can do to defend himself. I know he's all tied up, but talking to the dead, or maybe the dead can connect with him and somehow possess a different body or something.
Right.
But yeah, I think they're totally going to use him for 5.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Definitely.
Man, I mean, I really like his character. He's so funny and he's so messed up. I mean, he has a dark power. Like that's a scary freaking power.
It is. It's a horrible, horrible thing to live with every moment of your life, and he just goes numb by doing drugs, just trying to be high so it quells it, but no one else around him knows that. Maybe they do, I don't know. I don't think so though, because even his siblings are like, oh God.
And he jokes sometimes about talking to their dead brother, but he said it in passing, I think, once to 5, right? And no one else knows that. So to know that he's talking to a loved one, I wish like he would tell them, because that could benefit them. I mean, if that truly is Ben, which I'm assuming it is, Like, that's huge. If you were
yeah.
connecting with a loved one, a dead loved one, I would want to know and
want
to know what they have to say and how they're feeling, if they're even feeling now. I don't know.
Yeah, and but I think with all these kids, they're all holding back on something.
They're all removed from each other.
Definitely, yes, they are.
Yeah,
It's
they
so
all-
uncomfortable,
Yes,
you know?
big time. They're just, holding back. They don't want to reveal themselves. I mean, physically with Luther and even Diego with his mom.
Oh my God,
And
all these hidden
Vanya.
things, major things, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
I'm glad Vanya and Allison apologized to her. Like, I know she is a good
is.
person from what we know so far, and I got mad when she yelled at Vanya, but we also even said there, we don't know what happened there with her child, how she lost custody, because usually there's something there that's like a gray area there. I mean, maybe she was too involved in her job and didn't have enough time, but I'm sure she wanted her daughter.
And
So I don't know.
I think she said to Luther that it was because of her power. She used her power in front of her daughter.
Yeah. So now we know more about it.
So now, yeah.
So, but before we were like curious and why.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
And-
Like, what did you do exactly?
Mm-hmm. So I'm glad she apologized to Vanya. I feel so bad for her. And my theories, do you have any theories, first of all, about what's going on with Vanya? She has the pill she's taking. We think that's for depression. Do you think she might have powers?
I was just going to say that. I think she might have powers. That's what she's trying to control with the taking the medication or whatever.
I don't know. I don't think
I don't
she
know.
does, but I think she has the power to keep everyone, to finally keep everyone in her, with them hurting her, with their words, and they always, degrade her and always down talk to her. And I think she's so depressed by that, but I think in other ways they need her because she did know their father very well, and she did analyze, and I think she knows them more than they know themselves.
So you
in a
think
way,
she
but
keep them together?
Yeah.
Which
think
I
she's gonna
truly
be
think
the
she's
glue.
the heart.
And she's hurt. She's so hurt. I mean, no one talks positively of her except for her new friend Leonard.
Yeah.
Yes.
So thank goodness she
doesn't know
has
anything
him.
about her, so that's good.
Yeah, and that is sweet. Like, if you kind of know someone, I mean, they're so new and knowing each other, that I thought that was nice of him to openly just let her in. He saw that, she was bleeding and she looked distraught and needed someone at that moment. So that was really nice that he did that. I wasn't sure of him at first because, he seemed a little creepy to me, but he seems like a really nice guy and a little different, which doesn't mean it's bad. And he might be something good for her. So I felt bad that they kicked her out. But I do understand too, because they do care for her as well. They show it in different ways, but they were like, Diego was angry. Well, first of all, he was letting it out because of his mom. Like, that was traumatic to see that. She was there and closest with him and helped him through so much. Like, he's so tough and strong to see him with this vulnerable, I don't want to say problem, but he has this speech impediment where he can't express himself to an extreme point. So his mom really helped him through that. So he was really close with her. So he knew there was a lot of problems with her. I mean, with the whole shootout and her not realizing, sorry, I'm going on a tangent now, but for him to let it out on Vanya, he did have truth behind that too with her, because they had to go out and protect her. Like, that's where they all came together, which again, she is the glue in that way, where they all had to come together to work as a team, kind of. They were still fighting individually, but grouped together to fight these two guys, these two agents. But yeah, she could have died at any time. So my theory is that she might have powers. Maybe she's not aware of it, and she's taking depression pills because she's depressed, but maybe that's also suppressing her powers. And I wonder, for the father, I mean, as mean as he seems, I mean, I don't like a lot of things that we're seeing that he's done to them, but he might have, I don't know how he would, but maybe he knew her powers or saw some of it and was scared of them and started telling her she's extraordinary or just not special, to really put it in her head so she'd never find out. And now these pills are keeping her contained, whatever her powers may be. I don't know, because she's very calm too, so maybe she has aggression. Maybe she's going to be like a Jean Grey or something from X-Men.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. That's just a
Maybe.
crazy theory that I'm
Maybe.
just placing together. Please no spoilers, whether we're right or wrong, but I am curious. Maybe she doesn't have any powers, because that would also be...
Maybe she doesn't. But when they were getting shot at, and she's just so innocently coming out there, guys, are you okay? After this major shootout with machine guns. But when she closed her eyes, Cha-Cha's partner there, the guy, he was right there. For him not to see, to kind of like feel her, you know what I mean? They were so close for him not to see it, but he did have, his mask on, and
maybe more like
she was very
vision.
Quiet. I said, oh, maybe for
and there was a door frame
there.
there.
Eyes, when she closed her eyes, maybe she becomes invincible.
Yeah, maybe.
You can't see her. But they, nope.
That would be kind of fun. Like that could be a thing.
Just close your eyes.
Like every time she blinks, she just like disappears. But I think she was just so quiet in his vision. But who knows?
Yeah,
I'm kind of feeling there's more there.
And then you got Klaus here dancing up a storm. Can't hear a darn thing. Of course,
yeah.
gonna grab him.
I know. I didn't even think that at the end. I'm like, oh crap, yeah. So he was just dancing around at that point.
Huh?
And we see the next episode here. I mean, we just see the image for it. It's on Netflix, and he's awake in their hotel room. It looks like.
And he's a little bloody, and looks
Not
like
good.
he's been strangled a little bit. Who knows?
Oh yeah, I see the red around his neck. That's probably how they grabbed him. Maybe
he looks really sad there.
Scared, maybe.
Yeah, it's like
like oh crap, what happened? But yeah, and poor Luther. I mean, now we knew he was really buff. And his siblings were making comments about that since the start, like, wow, you really got big. He's been hiding it. He's been wearing long sleeve clothing the whole time to hide it.
Yeah.
When he was a kid, he was a lot skinnier and looked more normal. So he definitely grew over time. And he's very self-conscious about the whole thing. Like, he ran away. I felt so bad about it, and he didn't want to be judged. So I feel like he's completely transforming because his body looks so different from his head. Like it didn't belong in the same body. So to me, it looks like he's getting like this armor or turning into a creature, and it's almost developing it, like completely taking over his head.
Yeah, it does. It looks
definitely.
It looks
So
like
he
he
might
has to do a lot
all
of
the way.
shaving.
Yeah, so I feel like his whole physical form might change, even his face at some point, and he's afraid of that. I don't know.
It
Poor
could
guy.
be, but I
gotta embrace
think,
who you are.
Yes, and I think Allison needs to get her butt up there and talk to him. Because I think he needs it from her most of all. He's never going to have a talk with. I mean, Diego's never going to go up there and say, "It's okay, buddy. We still love you."
I know.
He
He's
won't
going to
do
make
it.
some jokes. I mean, I don't know, not yet. But yeah, like he's not going to be good for that.
He's
And
gone.
Allison, I mean, she needs to really talk to him because I just feel bad for Luther because being in his position, I think of X-Men with Beast and how he had such problems and he didn't want to be that at all. So he took medication and stuff to kind of keep himself more normal to society, you know, to be more human. And I can't imagine like feeling like an outcast like that because not only do you have super strength, but you also are deformed. I'm saying quotations again, but like he also is not going to look like a person. He's not going to look like a human. But maybe he can look more like Pogo or something because he looks kind of gorilla-like. I mean, not to make it funny, but it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing that you're physically changing.
Right.
You know, like they still see him as a father figure, Pogo, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that was one person
And he
I was
was
actually
fine.
thinking about because I was afraid that he, for a moment, was going to be there. And I'm like, oh my God, he's going to get hurt because he's going to end up walking into it. So why wasn't he there? Like, where was he at the time?
Yeah, it's almost like he's instrumental in this whole thing of the kids finding out about
the tape,
how Dad died, and you know, did Grace have anything to do with it? Was she, you know, I even had a thought of, okay, Dad made Grace to be this perfect mother figure for these children.
Yeah.
But if she was there at his last moments, did he program her to ultimately like commit suicide, really?
Yeah.
Because he created her. So if she did die, but Diego took the monocle. So he says he took it after at the funeral, but didn't Luther say it wasn't on the scene, at the scene? So
yeah. So I think there's more there that he's kind of not telling the full truth. And what do you guys think? Do you think that, I know you just said your theory too, Kim, so you don't think Grace did it? Do you think she intentionally did it on her own accord, that she wanted to kill him?
No. I think there's a little piece of humanity in there. I think something is definitely suppressed in her, but I think he's just dominating it. Mm-hmm. I think there's a little feeling in there where she's trying to. It is weird. There's a little human side to her, a little bit of a human side to her.
I think Grace might have killed her husband.
Yeah, like the father-husband. I would kind of say like the husband because they are like the mother-father, but yeah, I'm not really sure. And it puts that in her head, but I think it's too in her face, so I don't know. I feel like for some reason, I'm thinking Knives Out. I don't want to spoil that, but I really like that movie Knives Out that we watched. I think there's more there that we're not seeing, and I'm wondering if the father actually wanted to kill himself to bring the group together in order to figure out something more that's going on, and maybe he did program Grace to kill him, and she started glitching more over time. Diego was shocked, and she was always spacey before, like she was a loving mother, but with certain things, like especially them getting ready to go out to fight crime, like she was always just very happy it was what it was, and anything like drastic or bad, like she would have emotions there, but they were a lot more subtle, and she'd immediately go back to happy. So it seemed like it got worse over time. So maybe he had to do something, the father had to do something to her during his murder, I want to say, when she maybe had to kill him because he wanted it to bring them together.
Right, to program her to do the suicide because it's, she's not real. But that's interesting because then that would make sense. I mean, look at the shootout. I mean, these people come in, they get try to get 5. He's not there. They shoot up the whole house. She's still there knitting. Mm-hmm. And that tells you right there that she's not, she's not human. She's a robot. She's programmed. And that really hit Diego where, I have to come to terms with it. She was this brilliant force that really helped me get through my troubles when I was young, and I gotta let her go. I have to let her go. She's not. And so when you think about it, 5 isn't really that Lulu having this mannequin for a wife because he had a robot for a mom.
Yeah,
I mean, think about it, and he's so smart. He knows his conscience is this thing.
He's all there. It seems like a crazy thing, and I do agree with that too. And he was the last one standing, it seems like, so he was all by himself. So anyone would go crazy. So for him to seem in his right mind, pretty much, like, how do you do that? So you have to find sanity. Like, we're a social species, so he made it work. And I thought it was an interesting, very sad but good way of him to relate, and I think it's fun that he actually brought Dolores back into the picture, found her again in this time, and is now right back to where he was. Like, they were together for how long did he say? 30 years?
30 years.
It's crazy to think that way, but I think that's such a unique thing to have. And even though it's a mannequin, like, he probably really cares and loves this mannequin, like it's a person to him. And I think it's so interesting to see
years.
that.
It is.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
like,
like
he was by himself for so many years. Right. I mean, if you're in this
it's
state.
like part of him now.
Yeah.
30 years, hey.
Yeah, so whatever keeps your sanity, and I really find him as a fun character. I really like Klaus and 5 now. Like, they're like my favorites out of everyone so far. And Diego, I have a soft spot for. I'm really starting to see that side, especially with his weakness in the past. Like, he really became tough after that, and who would have known?
Did he ever? Especially with the police, with the cop, and with the detective that he used to have a relationship with. I mean, he has no problem.
Yeah,
he's on his mind.
He's rough.
Yes,
for sure.
And I feel bad for Luther.
I do too. I have a soft spot for him too. I really like the other characters as well, and I can't wait to learn more about them. So thank you guys so much for watching. Check out our links below if you want to see the next episode early and other reactions. And we'll see you very soon as always. Bye, guys.
Bye.